Your first cat, and you can already ruin everything without even noticing. You just brought your first cat home. You're happy, your family's excited. Everyone wants to see him, to hold him, to feel his soft fur. But the cat is sitting inside the carrier and looking at you like a creature that just stole his whole world. Right now, in these first hours, one of two stories is being written. He will see you as a safe base, or as a threat he should avoid for the rest of his life. Are you ready to accept that your hugs from love might sound to him like danger, run, hide? If you are a first-time cat owner and you don't want to accidentally break this fragile trust in the very first days, listen carefully. Because the most important steps do not look at all the way you probably imagined. First, you are not a hero. You are a ghost, and you have to learn to disappear. The human instinct is simple. Take him out, cuddle him, show him to everyone. Make him feel home, love, family. The cat's instinct is the opposite. Hide, find a dark corner, figure out how to survive here, not how to cuddle. Here's the paradox. If you want him to trust you sooner, in the first hours you have to behave as if you barely exist. Take the carrier into a small, quiet room, a bathroom, a small bedroom, a study with a door you can close. Put there a litter box, a bowl of fresh water, some food, and a safe hiding place, a box, a cat bed, or the carrier itself with a soft blanket. Put the carrier on the floor, gently open the door, and do the hardest thing for a new cat parent. Do not pull him out. Let him decide when his paws are ready to touch this new floor, and his nose is ready to breathe this new air. Every cell in your body wants to help, to push him out, to pet him, to encourage him, but in his mind for now, you are a huge, loud, unpredictable predator. So the first wise move sounds almost absurd. Prepare his space and step back. And here comes the scary question. If the best way to help is to disappear, then how do you even meet your own cat without becoming a monster in his memory? Second, talk to him without talking. The art of quiet presence. Walk into his room. Sit down on the floor. Don't stare at him. Don't reach your hands towards him. Just be there. For your cat, you are now a moving background object that might be safe, or might not. Let him write the first page of your story. Let him slowly come out, sniff your sock, hide behind a box, show you just the tip of his tail. Your job is not to direct this scene, not to speed it up, not to comment on every move he makes. You can slowly, gently blink at him. For cats, this is a signal. I'm relaxed, I'm not a threat. You can softly say his name, not as a command, but like calm background music. He comes closer. You do not rush to grab him. He walks away. You do not take it personally, and you don't chase him. You become like a warm light in the room. It exists, but it doesn't push and doesn't blind. And then a painful thought appears. What if he keeps hiding? Days pass and he's still under the bed. Then you have to accept a hard truth. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to not force your way into a relationship. Third, his fear is not an insult. Under the bed is not a failure. New home, new smells, new sounds, and at the center of it all, you. A huge being that can open doors, make loud noises, and control everything that happens here. If your cat hides under the bed, couch, or in a closet, it doesn't mean he is bad or that you did something wrong. It means his brain is shouting one word: survive. Survive first. Loving, trusting, and cuddling come later. Give his nervous system what it is begging for: a hiding place. That same box, carrier, or cave where no one will reach in to pull him out. Silence and minimal people. No, let's all go see the kitty. No visitors to meet the new family member. If there are other animals, do not introduce them face to face right away. First, smells under the door, then careful visual contact, and only then direct interaction under your control. You can quietly bring into the room tasty soft food, a few treats, one or two toys. Put them down, say one or two calm words, and leave. You become that strange creature that does something very unusual in the cat world, brings good things and demands nothing in return. And again, a question. If you keep not pushing, if you only give him space, food, and time, then when is it okay to touch, to pet, to be closer? Fourth, The first touches are not cuddles. They are negotiations. Many people think, if he let me pet him, it means he likes it. Sometimes a cat is just frozen from stress, and his body is saying, if I don't move, maybe it ends faster. The first touches in the first days are not a show of, finally, I can hug him. They are a negotiation language. You bring your hand lower, close to the floor. You don't hover from above like a predator. You let him come, sniff, and bump his head into your fingers if he wants. Start with cheeks, chin, and the sides of his neck, areas many cats enjoy. Don't immediately grab his belly, tail, or paws like a soft plush toy. Watch him closely. If he rubs against your hand, stays relaxed, keep going gently. If he tenses up, pulls his ears back, moves away, or his tail flicks sharply, you're pushing too hard. Your goal in the first days is not finally get all the cuddles you dreamed of. Your goal is to avoid creating this formula in his mind. Hands equals pressure, control, and fear. Because if that formula sticks, you will spend months trying to break it. And here comes a brutal twist. You can buy the most expensive food, the perfect scratching post, the nicest cat tree, and erase all of that with one single thing. You know what? By ignoring his territory. Fifth, territory is not decor. It is his nervous system. For you, home is walls, furniture, and design. For a cat, home is a map of safety, where he can eat and be vulnerable, where he can hide and recover, where he can watch and still feel in control. If you put his litter box in a busy hallway where everyone walks, you are basically saying, your most vulnerable moments are on display. Get used to it. If his food bowl is next to a loud machine or a slamming door, you are teaching him, eating equals be ready to bolt at any second. The first days are not about making it look cute for photos. They're about building islands of safety. The litter box goes where no one disturbs him. Food and water go where he can eat while still seeing the room and the exit. Hiding places go where no one walks over him, leans over him, or drags him out. He's not just checking out the apartment, he's asking, where can I be weak and still be safe? So now you've done a lot. You gave him shelter, respected his fear, didn't force your hands on him, and thought through his territory. But how do you become not just the person with the bowl, but that one safe figure he chooses to come to? Sixth, chaos destroys trust. Rituals build it. There's one thing almost all cats hate: chaos. Random noises, random touch, random attention. What calms them is simple and powerful. Rituals, repetition, predictability. In the first days, try this. Feed him at roughly the same times every day. Enter his room in the same calm way, same voice, same slow pace, no sudden movements. If he's ready to play, have a short play session each day at about the same time, with one or two familiar toys. His brain starts to understand, when this human appears like this, around this time, nothing bad happens. Sometimes very good things happen. You stop being a chaotic variable. You become part of the structure of his world that his nervous system can finally handle. But here's a strange thing. Even if you do everything right, you can still mess up with one single toy. 7. Play can heal him, or feel like an attack. A lot of first-time owners pick up the cat and start pushing a toy into his face. A mouse, a string, a feather. We think it's cute. For him, it might be overwhelming and aggressive. Healthy play in the first days is not a circus. It's therapy through his hunting instinct. Use a wand toy that moves away from him, like real prey, not something that constantly pokes his nose and eyes. Keep your movements low, smooth, and predictable. Let him watch first and decide when he wants to join. Keep the sessions short, 5 to 10 minutes, so he doesn't burn out or get overstimulated. And the most important part, how you end the game. Let him catch the prey. Let him feel that he wins. Then food, water, rest. This way you teach him that with you, he can get excited and then relax safely. And now you sit there watching him. He eats, hides, plays a bit, sometimes looks at you from around the corner. And the main question spins in your head. Are we ever going to truly bond? Or will he spend his whole life living next to me, but not with me? Finally, what you must not ignore in the first days together. Your first cat is not a toy, not an accessory, not a small baby with fur. He is a being whose entire base of safety is being built in these first days with you. And the way you act now will echo for years. There are things you simply cannot ignore. You cannot ignore his right to be afraid. Fear is not bad behavior. It is his way to survive a huge change. You cannot ignore his pace. You may be ready to love him today. He might be ready to trust you only weeks later. And that doesn't make either of you wrong. You cannot ignore his territory. The litter box, food bowls, hiding spots, they're not decor. They are the foundation of trust. You cannot ignore his body language. Ears, tail, pupils, posture, these are his words. Learn to read them. And you cannot ignore the power of rituals. When your actions become predictable, you stop being a threat, and you slowly become a safe base. One day, maybe much later than you hoped, he will quietly jump onto your bed, curl up next to you, and look at you not as at an unknown giant, but as at his person. And in that moment, you'll finally understand what those first days really were. Not, I'm doing nothing, just sitting near his door. Not, he's hiding again, it's all for nothing. You'll see that all this time you were doing one of the most important jobs of your life. You were becoming a safe place for someone. You were becoming home for a creature that didn't trust anyone before.